Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Woke by Accident podcast. Today we have a special guest right after this.
Justice for you and me. Justice for Mike Brown.
No peace.
After the death that shook the entire country, I decided to step up as a community activist and create a global podcast, Woke by Accident. Here, I amplify compelling news stories and matters impacting African Americans and their communities. My goal is to give a voice to the voiceless and have the difficult conversations needed to advance relations and matters of race. Tune in to Woke by Accident podcast. I am your host, Jen, and it is streaming on all of your favorite streaming platforms, as well as our website, www.wokebyaccident.net. Thank you for listening and take care. Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Woke by Accident podcast. Today we have a special guest, the family reselling team and popular YouTubers and content creators, TJ, Lovelady, and the lovely April Burke. Together they are the Pallet Jackin team. Welcome, Pallet Jackin.
Hey, thank you for having us on.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Yes, thank you so much for being here. Welcome to the show, guys. Now, TJ and April have graciously agreed to have a conversation today on Woke by Accident podcast. I'm so excited about what they do and how they got started in the reselling business among their other industries that they're in. And I actually discovered the pallet jacking content as I was researching the industry, as I recently have dipped my toe into the reseller game. And so definitely excited to have them on. First, I wanted to compliment you guys on your content. It is so well organized and I really enjoyed it. And I was just really surprised that you had so much out there for people who are interested, in reselling. And so I guess I'm interested in to know, how long did it take to document the process?
It's so me and April are kind of, I call us like hyper entrepreneurs.
Right.
We try a lot of different things, and so we kind of fell into doing the YouTube reselling thing kind of by accident. So when we first got into it, we didn't really have a plan. There was honestly no plan. It was like just make videos, and see where it goes.
Yeah, I think if what started it was TJ saw a YouTube video of somebody reselling. It was a pallet. They had a pallet. They was doing the unboxing. He called me. He said, "April, we should do this. I think we can make some money doing it." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And so we were gonna do it, and then TJ got a email from somebody saying, "Hey, we're thinking about putting you on this show." And then TJ called me. He was like, "Yeah, we got to do this. We got to do an unboxing," because he was like, "You don't have a lot of content on reselling." TJ already had a YouTube channel, and he called me and said, "We got to do this." I was like, I don't know about all that. You want me to get in front of a camera? It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, so we just really just started just filming, just filming videos. We didn't really have a process or a plan. We just was doing it really for fun.
Yeah.
So when we got into doing the kind of showing people how, or kind of tutorial based videos, because we actually came up with a bunch of tutorial. If you remember, we did a bunch of tutorial based videos at the beginning, and we would have like an outline of what we want to talk about, but it would go off the. We would just talk. We would throw that away and just talk. Because I felt like that was the easier. We made less mistakes when we were speaking, when we didn't have like a formal script.
Okay, because we tried this whole teleprompter thing.
Oh God, it didn't work. The teleprompter didn't work for us.
We tried this teleprompter thing where we could kind of see what we were gonna say, and that it's better to document it naturally, I think.
Okay. Yeah, that's so cool. And then your YouTube following. Share your for those who don't know, what is your YouTube numbers and all of that,
I think we're at about on the Pallet Jackin page, we're at about 10,500. On my page, I think I'm at like 19,500. We have TikTok. And I don't know how many followers we got on TikTok.
Yeah, me either.
It's over 1,000, but I don't know how many.
I'm literally on strike for TikTok right now, so I haven't been on there to see.
Yeah.
So you can go live because you're over 1,000.
Yes,
yeah. I went live a few times on TikTok, and it just hadn't been something that.
We had that one viral video. We had that one viral.
Yeah, it got like 2 million views.
Walmart video.
Okay.
So on TikTok, we used to do Walmart clearance videos where we would go and I would find like Walmart clearance deals, and I would show people like, hey, this is on clearance at Walmart. And they would get tens of thousands of views on these videos. And I don't know if you're on TikTok, but TikTok is very much so whatever you post and it goes viral, that's what you have to post forever.
Yeah. So like if we posted any of our like regular content, if we posted any of the content that we would normally post on YouTube, or just a how-to, or just anything that wasn't Walmart related, it would literally get 5 views.
Right.
Oh wow. Okay. Interesting. So you ain't got the plaque just yet from YouTube, but
no, it's the plaque it's been a long grind. YouTube is, and I think once you hit, once you get into a groove, you can get there quickly. But like when we started, so that our Pallet Jackin page was actually my page first, and it was like an experiment page. I would just post different things just to see what would work, and then I made it into the Pallet Jackin page, and the first 1,000 subscribers took forever.
It did
to get the first 1,000, but going from 1,000 to 5,000 was quick. It was like a blink of an eye.
And then this from the 5,000 to the 10,000 is like it's a grind.
Yeah, it's a grind. It's just going through. And so I think you hit these kind of peaks and valleys with YouTube, and it's really, to me, it's like very algorithmic based, so I think that they just give people shine sometimes, and then those people, they get a good following, and they'll give some other people some shine. So just like kind of a revolving world. And once you hit your spot, you got to be ready to take the reins and do it.
Like I said, I also think, just like as far as YouTube is concerned, I think it's also very niche based. So like reselling is kind of like a broad, like you can resell anything. Like people reselling clothes, reselling, doing yard sales, people who do thrifting, garage sales, and like bin stores, and just it's so many ways to like, I don't know, get your content out there as far as reselling is concerned. And since it's so broad, they focus on the ones that's real popular. So like yard sales are popular. So like if we was to put out a yard sale video, it probably would do well, versus like if we say, here's a bin store video, half the people don't even know what a bin store is.
Right.
So
yeah.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. And then I was wondering, why was it important to you to share this information with others? But it sounds like you kind of mentioned that this was an opportunity to monetize the videos was one of the reasons, right?
Yeah. And I think the big thing is we've all been down, right? And me and April together, we're a team.
Yeah.
And me and April have been down together, and we always figure out ways to like bring each other back up. And just being able to share that story with people, being able to share that with people, and allow them to maybe come out of a bad situation, or to better themselves, or to start a business. A lot of people just don't know; they don't even know that it exists. So we kind of saw a kind of an opening in this market, kind of by accident. And we just kind of got in, and it just started working. It worked, and we helped out a lot of people. We've especially when we used to do our lives and stuff, people just come on and ask us a lot of questions. We always tell people we're not gurus.
No. It's trial and error. We'll just tell you like, okay, so this is what we did. This didn't work for us, and this worked, and you know, it may work for you, but like this is just kind of what we've done, and this is how we've been successful, you know, doing, you know, whatever the question may be.
Yeah.
But that's huge. You don't even realize, like, you know, I'm, you know, like I said, dip my toe in the reselling game. And sometimes they do have these chats where they allow people to ask questions, and people ask, you know, where do you get these pallets from? And they won't tell them, they won't tell you, you know, and you listed giving people a list. I mean, who does that?
Well, you know, when I first started this channel, when I said, okay, April, we gonna do these pallets, and I was just thinking of a name, and I was like, Pallet, you know, Pallet Jack. That's what we used to get the pallets off. And I was like, Pallet Jackin. I said, so our tagline was, you know, we jack the pallets so you don't have to, meaning that we go get the pallets and test them out just and show you what's in them, so you don't have to go out and waste your money and get something bad. So that was we would test out different pallets because we didn't know anything about it either, you know. So we would go and buy Walmart pallets or Target pallets or Amazon pallets, and you know, hit or miss. Some of them were really good, some of them was really bad, but it gave people an insight so they wouldn't have to go waste their money on stuff like, you know, Walmart pallets, which suck. Which is terrible. Don't ever buy a Walmart pallet.
Yeah, I don't like them. Yeah, and I'm all about transparency. Like I've never been one to gatekeep anything. I feel like I just like, I guess it's just my personal preference, and I know TJ is the same way. Like I want to be as open and honest as I can be, and like I want to help you. Like I want you to succeed, because you know, I feel like there's enough out there for everybody. Like if you go to the grocery store and you look down the bread aisle, you know how many brands of bread it is, and all of them are successful. I mean, people gonna still buy bread. It's enough. It's just enough out there for everybody. So I just don't really see the need to try to gatekeep anything. Like if you ask me, hey, where did you get this from? Say, listen, you need to run out there and go get it. They got this for X amount of dollars.
Right. Yeah. And we've given a lot of shine to a lot of places that we purchase from, not because they're giving us anything. They don't give us any money. We don't get any discounts, but we do it because either they're really good people, they have really good product, or it's something that could help somebody, you know. So I don't mind. I'm not going to reach out and say, oh, well, y'all, I'm not only going to mention y'all if y'all give me a sponsorship or something like that. Like, no, I'm going to mention y'all because y'all are good people and y'all have good product, and it's going to help somebody. You know, that's what it should be about. And I think a lot of the world now is, especially with social media, people are really looking for, you know, to monetize everything. And I'm all about monetization. Don't get me started about monetization, because I'm all about monetization. But at the same time, I like having that integrity of, okay, I bought from this place. They did a really great job. Right. So I think you should buy from this place too, without me getting anything, you know, on the back end.
Right.
Okay. And then what is your opinion of these influencer programs and things like that? Or do you all partake in the programs?
Yeah, if they put us like
anything that I can, so anything I can get a affiliate link for. If they have an affiliate link program, then I'm gonna utilize it. Amazon, I'm an Amazon influencer. I have Amazon links. So when somebody asks me, hey TJ, what kind of lights do you use in your studio? Oh, here's a link. You know, and it is my affiliate link, you know, because it's just built into my Amazon account. And so I always tell people to look out for opportunities to get into affiliate programs, because, you know, if it's a product that you're passionate about and you use it and it's good, then, you know, why not get a little, you know, kickback for sharing that information? Don't expect it, but, you know, if it's there and it's available, of course, use it.
Definitely. I love that. I love that you share the information. You're not trying to gatekeep it. I love that. I love that. Totally. Now, April and TJ are brother and sister. How is it working with family?
It's good. I mean, I know some people like probably would struggle, but I think me and TJ we have a really good relationship. So I think that helps. So we don't have to I don't really worry about like working with TJ.
Me and April are so similar in like the way we are, and we just don't take a lot of stuff. We don't take stuff too seriously. So I mean, some people like can nitpick on one little thing or what somebody said or what somebody did, and it's just not even worth it, to even worry about those things. And that's why I think me and April work well together, because it just, we make it work.
That is so awesome. Y'all parents raised y'all right.
Listen, I think a lot of, I mean, we've been like this, even like. Just like even when we were younger, when we had the little hot dog stand.
Oh God, the hot dog stand.
Outside we were selling to one person, but it didn't matter. We was
working. Me and April been entrepreneurs for a very long time. If you didn't know, but speaking of like our parents, I don't know if you know our backstory with our parents, but we lost our parents in 2017, 2018, respectively.
Sorry.
And I think that really strengthened our relationship, and it really does change your mindset when you lose your parents, because just you can't sweat the small stuff, because you don't know how much time you have left, and there's no point in being stressed out or being upset or doing all this stuff. It just makes your life miserable for the little small time that you have here on the earth, so it just changes your perspective on life, when you have something like that happen.
Definitely. I can relate. I lost my dad in 2015. So condolences to you guys.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that.
And, the way, like I said, the way that they raised you is evident in the way that you handle your business. Like you said, integrity is important to you. And, I love that. And you guys are awesome. I'm just sitting here trying to think about doing a business with my siblings, and I just know it would never work.
How many siblings do you have?
I have one brother, one sister, and I'm the baby because, my parents had me late in life. So there's like 12 years between me and my sister. Oh, yeah. Even though we're pretty, close, where we talk every, often and are close, but I actually mentioned doing something with her and she wouldn't do it. And I know my brother wouldn't do it. So like the fact that you all have that type of relationship is so awesome. And I love that for you all. And I know people who have like bickering wars with siblings and haven't spoken to them, and so that is really valuable just to have that bond,
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I couldn't imagine not talking to TJ. Like if we go 2 days,
I'm like, where April at? I ain't heard from April in 2 days.
What's happening?
Oh my God, you guys gonna make me start crying?
Don't cry.
Oh God, that is so beautiful. Oh wow. Look, Black family, guys. Okay. Look, I am just my heart is just beating. So you make it work. Working with family, you guys make it work, definitely respect each other. Obviously, you make it work, and I think that's awesome. You have integrity. You share the information. That's amazing. Now, what are some of the challenges that you all have experienced in the industry?
There's quite a bit. There's a learning curve, because this business is not exactly the same every day or every year. I think there's high times, there's low times, and kind of navigating through that sometimes is a bit difficult. There's times where people experience like summertime slowdown. Well, we experience there's days and weeks that we may not sell one thing at all, and bills still are due. We have a store, we have a physical store here in our town. So we have to pay rent, we have to pay electric, we got to pay the internet. I mean, there's just bills that still due, so we can't really afford to not have sales. So kind of going through that, and there's always a change. Sometimes the way we buy liquidation, there's a change in the different loads that you get, and so that's why we try to diversify our portfolio of stuff. So we don't just do liquidation. We don't just do thrift store. We'll go do Walmart clearance. We'll go and we'll try a yard sale or garage sale. So I don't try to limit us to one thing, because you never know when that thing is going to dry up.
Right. Because we were doing so at first we were doing pallets, and we went from doing a bunch of pallets, and then the pallets like were either not very good, or they were great, but they were very expensive, so they wouldn't be profitable. So then we went from that to buying these mystery boxes, which the mystery boxes started off great. Like we was finding all kinds of good stuff in the mystery. Then the mystery boxes started being like the pallets. You get a bunch of junk, and you make just enough to cover the box. And then so that's kind of how we ended up just kind of getting a bunch of different other.
Yeah, you never know when you need to hop in. The same with platforms. We sell on eBay, we sell on Whatnot, we sell on Amazon, we sell on Mercari. Because you never know. It's some people just have their whole life kind of poured into one platform. Like they got everything poured into eBay. They've been selling on eBay for all these years. Well, then what happens if your eBay account get restricted? What are you going to do then? So we try to just keep those different avenues open. That way, when one dries up, we can kind of jump over and do another, and and just keep it moving, keep stuff selling, keep inventory fresh, and not really get stale.
Definitely. And in your opinion, is reselling a viable industry which one could support themselves completely? For example, leave their 9-to-5 and do this.
I think that you could, but I wouldn't say like go out right now and go buy a pallet and just quit your job. Like that wouldn't be like
that's a responsible thing to say.
Yeah, a responsible thing to say, or any kind of advice that I would give to somebody. But I would say that it's easy to scale this business like really, really fast. So I feel like if you are responsible and find a way to grow your business quickly, then yes.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen people do it. I've seen people buy one pallet and that pallet was successful, and then they was able to buy 3 pallets and then 6 pallets and a truckload.
Yeah,
and then
it's so easy to scale.
But what happens is you have to be ready to scale, because if it doesn't come at the right time, you can ruin your business, because maybe you're not. It takes a long time. You know how it takes a long time to ship stuff. It takes a long time to sell stuff, to list items. All that stuff takes time. So if you have a 9-to-5, and
it's just you, it's just one person. Like, cause like, I don't know, let's say you, and I'm not sure if anybody is familiar with the Whatnot and the way Whatnot is, but like our very first show on Whatnot, one of our very first successful shows on Whatnot, we had like 50 items to ship. And if it was just one person, like it's great, you got all these sales, but then you
gotta do it in today's, right?
But you gotta package it up, take it to the post office, be the customer service rep, and then you still gotta get inventory because now you gotta list. You gotta do another show.
Yeah,
like,
the turnover. The turnover is very quickly, especially like on Whatnot. That's why we like doing Whatnot, because you can turn items over quickly if you have a good show. And so like we've had a couple like back-to-back shows where we sold 50, 60 items, and then they want you to ship it out in 2 days. Well, I work.
Yeah, so I have to go. Yeah,
we both work, so we have to navigate through who's going to get this stuff shipped out, and the post office closes at 4:00, so we got to make sure we get there before they close. And it's not as easy as just saying, okay, well, we're going to sell this stuff, and everything's going to be great. And you can do that, but you just have to have a plan. The biggest thing is having a plan at the beginning, and then being able to execute that plan. And then when something doesn't go as planned, you need to have a backup plan so you can figure it out. But I definitely think that it could be a lucrative business. Like I said, I've seen plenty of people open up stores, I've seen people open up whole bin stores. Started doing the same thing we're doing. Now they own like an entire Amazon bin store.
My coworkers, they opened up a bin store, and I'm pretty sure they're like almost there to where neither one of them are gonna have to work. They're just gonna be working at the bin store.
Right.
So it can happen.
It can happen.
And you said you all have a store too?
Yes. Well, you hear me?
Wow.
If that's what you want to call it, it's really like a warehouse at this point because we used to be open like where people could come in and buy stuff.
Yeah, that was before COVID.
Yeah, that was BC.
Yeah, that was before COVID. But ever since then, now the store's kind of in shambles. But we have like all of our inventory just kind of over there.
Well, having that real estate, that's valuable for your inventory, right?
Yeah. Well, the big thing that I always tell people, and this is just my own perspective of having a space, a business space, is so when we started this business, we had the stuff in my garage, and then we had it in the room over here.
Yeah, and then it moved from there to like an actual storage.
We had an actual storage unit. But the biggest thing with having the space, an external space, is that when we go and we work at the store, we pack up those 50, 60 items that you're talking about, and it's a tornado. Yeah. I can go and shut and lock that door and come home to my nice, clean house. Versus having it in your space, you have to be able to kind of get away from that because it can stress you out having all that stuff. Because reselling business is a very hoarder.
Yeah, it is.
It's a very hoarderish environment because you end up with so much stuff.
Yeah,
and it will encroach on your personal space if you don't have an external space to go to. So that's why we keep the store.
That is so interesting that you said that. So I don't know if you do like Reddit.
Yeah.
And look at the different threads on there. And I definitely follow the ones about reselling and the different platforms. And someone said on there, I always wonder if these sellers are just hoarders in disguise.
It is. You can be. I've seen, like, I go into some of these. I call them junk stores. They're basically like stores like ours where they get stuff, and then you got to go through there. I do not like going in those stores and rummaging around because
it's just too much.
It's just too much. It's overwhelming. So imagine that being in your living room or something like that. You know, and I know a lot of people that do have that. They have everything in their living room and kitchen and bedroom.
And then imagine selling 10 items and then you gotta go look for all the stuff in that crap.
Oh hell yeah!
No.
So that's what prompted us to get a space where we had enough space to organize it in a way that works for us. And also at one point we used to have people come in, and we've had like parking lot sales and stuff like that. And they've been the parking lot sales we used to do were pretty successful. So we're looking to get back into that. Possibly maybe next year sometime. But
hopefully
we've got to revamp how we've been doing everything, because we're set up right now just for online sales. So we have bins and totes with all the inventory in it, so it wouldn't be feasible for somebody to go through and
because if they start messing up, then
I miss my bins.
Then I'd be stressed out because something to sell, and I'd be like, I can't find it.
Oh wow. Wow. And I asked you guys about challenges. I kind of want to get your thoughts on like diversity in this industry. Do you feel like it is a diverse type of industry, or is it you are not finding many African Americans in the industry?
Well, as far as like reselling, I think that is diverse because I think anybody can get into reselling. Now, if we start talking about content creation with the reselling, then that's a whole totally different, answer.
It's not very diverse.
Yeah, I don't think it's very diverse. I mean, I think we have some very diverse people that's creating content. I just don't think that they get the same push as some of the other people.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it, comes from the algorithm, and just I think the algorithm doesn't necessarily know, I don't think that the algorithm pushes it to where you're looking at this type of creator versus this type of creator. I think that just because there's so few of us, that we just the mathematical algorithm is not. It's just you got 0.01% of people. Then how many of those 0.01 of people? If it's 10 people that do it, then out of those 10 people, and there's like 200,000 people that's doing it, those 10 people are probably not going to be successful just based on numbers. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then also, I think that this is just something that I personally think. I think a lot of times there's people are going to click on what they're more familiar with. So when people see thumbnails and stuff like that, myself, I click on the thumbnail based on what I think the video is going to give me, what kind of information. But some people, some people they won't click on the thumbnail if it's somebody that don't look like them.
Yeah,
that's just I don't know if and it may not necessarily be because they feel any type of way about whoever that person is. I think it's just a mental thing. You're more comfortable with the.
I don't know. They probably like, I don't know what they talking about. I'm gonna go over here to these.
Yeah, right. I honestly think that's what happens sometimes.
And
I've used a thumbnail that wasn't necessarily myself or a brown person. Just I try to find a group of ladies, like if it, and maybe they're different races, or a funny picture. I see people do that, or maybe it's a picture from a movie scene, or different things just to kind of draw the eye.
Yeah.
So
you have to do it because we do it sometimes. I think our videos, people recognize us because we came up in a time. Our channel came up in a time. It was during COVID when our channel kind of exploded.
Everybody was in the house looking at YouTube.
Everybody didn't have nothing else to do but to watch YouTube videos. So a lot of people was watching our videos. Well, all of those insecurities or whatever thoughts they had about possibly this set of people that they didn't know, they saw us. They was able to get to know us. They saw our interaction. Maybe they thought we were funny. And so it doesn't matter. Now that it doesn't matter, right? So those core people may have not necessarily clicked on our videos at an earlier time when everybody wasn't watching a lot of YouTube. Right. They may have just skipped past our video or whatever. So I think we have a very, I'm gonna say we have a diverse audience. Probably the majority of our audience are white. I would say probably white females is probably our core audience. But most of the Black creators that are resellers probably watch our channel because we're kind of supporting each other, right? Yeah. So that small percentage, we probably got 100% of those people watching our videos, and we interact with each other videos and we share our videos and stuff. But I think that our core, if you look at our analytics, our core people are probably like white females.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're here to serve everybody, So in this business. So I just wondered if, what you thought from a diversity standpoint. That's awesome. So I appreciate you sharing that information. I want to ask a question from the good people at Poddex for fun. So they have these great conversation starters that people can use for podcasts or parties and things like that. I'm actually pulling from the deck that's called episode ideas. Okay. So this one says, what I wanted to be when I grew up.
Oh, what did I want to be when I grew up?
Listen, I wanted to be a judge, but I don't know why.
A judge? Where did that come from?
Why I would ever want to be a judge? But I would even hardly like talking to people.
I have never heard April say that she wants to be a judge before. This is the first time I've ever heard April say that she wants to be a judge.
Listen, I did. I went to I said I want to be a judge, and then I was like, I don't want to be no doggone judge. What am I talking about?
I wanted to be a doctor, is what my kind of thing. And actually, I'm gonna be honest with you, I probably would have been a doctor because I don't know if you remember this, but so our mom worked at a hospital in surgery for I don't know 40 years, something like that, and she had actually got me a job when I turned 18 as a doctor's assistant, and I didn't take that job, but the guy that took the job actually went to school with me. He's actually a doctor now.
Is he really?
Yeah, Tanner is a doctor now. So I feel like I would have been.
Yeah, you would have been on pace.
On that pace, but I went over here.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I thought I was gonna be a nurse, and then I went to school, and I took the first anatomy, is that what you said?
Anatomy physiology.
It wasn't gonna work out for me. They start asking about muscles, and I don't know what are they talking about?
Look, already you don't get started on science.
What are they talking? I don't want to do this no more.
Yeah, but they didn't have STEM and all that cool stuff back then. You know?
Oh yeah, the kids nowadays they're so spoiled.
I know, like my daughter, like the school she goes to, like they didn't have that when we was growing up.
Yeah, see, her daughter is when she graduates from high school, she'll have an associate's degree, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she'll have an associate's degree. So imagine being 18 years old with an associate's degree already. That's like life changing.
Yeah,
you already start with the leg up.
We ain't had that.
Yeah, congratulations, April, for that your daughter is gonna have that.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah, okay. So that's my last question. Anything you all would like to share additionally?
I guess just for people, I know that you may not necessarily be interested in reselling, but you know, kind of one of the things me and April have learned as just business owners is that you know, you're not going to always be successful, and you really have to take your failures and use those as opportunities to learn and grow. And businesses, having a successful business is about navigating through successes and failures. So, you know, just don't get down on yourself. Keep pushing, keep going. Don't let yourself be depressed because your business is not going the way that you think is going to go, because everybody that owns a business has had those times where they had low times and they didn't think they were going to get through it. So even the most successful businesses have had those things.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much all I want to say.
I'm saying I agree with everything that he says, and then also just not reselling, but just any business. Like, and if it's something that you see is not working, just, you know, sometimes you have to go back to the drawing board and find something different to do. You know how many times me and TJ have changed direction of what we're gonna do? You know how many businesses we think, so we're gonna do this now. I think I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do that. So like, if one thing doesn't work, you know, try something different. Like, you know, we doing the reselling stuff. TJ is into content creation now. One of the things that I do is I write books, and that was something that I didn't think I could do. But then
April had one of the most top 10 books on Amazon.
Yeah. So I mean, I just feel like if one thing don't work, find something else. You know, you just, especially if you're thinking about being an entrepreneur or whatever, you can just find something that you like, or, you know, tweak something in the already business that you got going on. If it's not working, tweak it, you know, to make it, see if that's going to work. Yeah. And I'm telling you, you tweak it enough or change it enough, something is going to stick.
Oh yeah.
Something is going to stick, and you'll be like, oh my God, I didn't know I was this good at this. Or, you know, I didn't know if that would work, but I'm so glad that it is.
Yeah. Oh, and I got one more thing adding to it. I'm sorry, but this spurred something in my mind. So also with our stuff, we do a lot of content creation. I know a lot of people are afraid to be on camera. I've never been afraid to be on camera. I say that, but if you go back to my first video on YouTube, it sucked. And I looked like I was afraid to be on camera. But now it's so easy for me to talk in front of camera and to talk in front of people. You never know who's watching. So me and April, whenever we first started doing our YouTube channel, we had a producer from A&E contact us and say, you know, hey, y'all look like y'all are good together on camera. Do you think you'll be interested in doing a show on A&E? So, you know, just throw your stuff out there. You never know who's watching. You never know what could happen, or what opportunity you're missing by being insecure about, you know, talking. It's so easy for me to talk to this. I'm talking to a device. I'm talking to Jen right now. I'm talking to everybody. Yes. But it's you're just really talking to a camera and a lens. So it's not like that big deal, you know.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, I didn't. TJ literally had to drag me in front of the camera because I was like, I'm not really thinking that this is gonna really work out for me. And he's like, what are you talking about? You my business partner. You gotta be on camera. So I was like, well, I guess. I mean, so if you go back to our very first video that we ever did, like, I literally was like not saying anything. I was like, y'all see this on this
It's one of our most successful videos. Was that very first video that me and April did together?
Yeah,
it is.
And I didn't want to say nothing, but I'm telling you, the more that you do it, the more comfortable you get with it. And it's funny because when I'm not on one of our shows and somebody be like, well, where's April? And I'm thinking, I didn't even know nobody even liked me like that.
No, they like April. They love April. They like April more than they like me. They always, every time they hate seeing me on the camera. They're like, all right, today it's time, your camera time is done. Wait for it.
Oh, wow. That's so funny.
Yeah. So if anybody is thinking about doing content creation, because like right now I know I would say that it's probably a great time to get into it because all of these platforms are monitored
and they are paying. The platforms right now are paying the most I'm not gonna say the most they've ever paid, but they are paying. There's more opportunities right now to monetize your content. Like insane. I'm talking about insane money.
Yeah.
Like
it don't even matter. So like if you like it, I'm telling you, it doesn't have to be reselling, because I know it's what we're talking about, reselling right now. But like even if you like have a hobby or like any of that stuff, you can create content about it. Like because before like one of my main TikTok page is a reader's page. It's all about books, like what I'm reading, like what I'm reading, you can
I need that. I need to get that.
It's so simple. So you would think that, okay, well, nobody's going to pay me to post videos about this. No. I'm going to tell you right now, on Facebook, I don't know what happened, but there was one month I literally made like $8,000 on Facebook. Like this is like in the last 3 months. You would think that that's like an unreal amount of money to make in 1 month by posting short videos
about nothing.
I mean,
like it's literally about nothing. I mean, you can just post about, like, I see cooking videos, I see reading videos, gardening, I'm tall,
reactions,
I'm short,
like you reacting to something. You reacting to somebody else's video.
So I'm telling you, to your audience, if you are afraid to get in front of the camera, just set that thing up and just start talking and just start posting, and you'll never know. Like it is an audience out there for you. Like people will love you.
Yep.
That's my one thing when I'm not on social media strike.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I love that. We will have to get those links because I want to know about these books. My listeners want to know about these books that April has written.
April's books are juicy.
Yeah, all of my, and I only write about, so I know I only write about Black love. So I'm just gonna put that out there. There you go.
Oh wow, this is fascinating. Okay, TJ, give us something else good.
Oh God!
Look, don't get me started. 4 minutes ago.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know. Just I like technology. Technology is another thing that I'm very passionate about. Camera gear. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but me and April used to make full scale like movies. We would do like intros.
Oh God!
They was I mean, I played the actor in most of them. Like I was like Eddie Murphy. Because I would play all the parts because April can't.
Because I cannot. If he asked me to read one line, I can't do it without laughing. I just can't do it.
I can do it. I love it. And this little studio I got right here. We've made some very, like, I'm talking about movies down here. We've made some really good just shorts, some funny stuff. Sci-fi. I like doing a lot of sci-fi, like Marvel type of movies and stuff like that. So
really,
yeah, you got we got me and April did a scary movie.
Okay, and when he say me and April, he mean I like walked in and like handed him something because I couldn't.
I had to cut the camera. I had to shut the door before she started laughing. That's how funny.
That's what he mean by
Yeah, but we was a co-star. So you gotta watch that.
There.
We got a scary movie that we released. It was Halloween.
Yeah,
it wasn't last year. It was the year before last. Last year I think we did a Christmas movie, which is pretty good. And then I released like a short kind of like superhero movie. So go check those out on the channel.
And they're on your YouTube channel?
They're on the, yep. I've seen the links.
Wow.
They're on the YouTube channel.
Okay, look. Okay, I got to get all the links. Oh wow, this is exciting. Oh wow. Oh wow, that's okay. So with that, please tell us how people can find Pallet Jackin.
Okay, we're on YouTube. Is under Pallet Jackin. That's without the G, so Pallet Jackin. Just like the sign, you can see the sign right there, Jackin.
Right.
And then we're also on TikTok at Pallet Jackin. We're also on Facebook at Pallet Jackin. And then also Instagram on Pallet Jackin. And then for myself, I'm TJ Lovelady on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook. I'm also on Facebook as well. If you want some like I call it trash content. That's why. If you want some trash content on Facebook, I'm TJ Tube on Facebook.
Yeah.
I have like 55,000 followers on Facebook on my trash Facebook account. So if you watch some of that stuff, it's just funny little videos I put together from stuff that other people post, and I just edit it in a kind of a mean, funny kind of way. So that's all I got.
Cool.
Where am I? I'm on Facebook. I'm April Lovelady Burke on there. Like my whole full like actual government name is on there. And I think on Instagram I'm April.Burke maybe at .325.
That's it.
And that's my regular Instagram. And it's the same on TikTok, and my reader stuff, my author pages are AL Burke. AYELLE BURKE Burke on TikTok and on Instagram and on Facebook.
And on Amazon.
Okay, he's gonna send me the link, so they'll be in the show
notes.
I'll see you every day.
It'd be like this long. Okay, sorry.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. Okay, that's so cool. Well, I appreciate you guys so much, especially coming into my show when you didn't have to do that and things like that, and supporting. I appreciate that. So I wanted to tell you to your face that I appreciate you guys. So.
I appreciate you having this on. It was a fun time. We like doing these. We'll come back in anytime, and whenever we get our live started back, you're more than welcome to come on our show.
Yes.
When I say our show, it's gonna be some point later on in the future.
I mean,
when I get my life together,
one day we'll start our lives back. But when we do.
Good. Please, I would love that. That's awesome. I appreciate you guys so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Definitely. Okay, guys. Well, please, check the notes for all of the links and things, and follow TJ and April and support them. You got some great content and entrepreneurship. This is what we definitely discuss on the show, and it's very important to me. So I'm just so excited right now. But again, we thank you guys for listening. If you made it this far, please like and subscribe. I always forget to say that.
Yeah, you gotta tell them, because if you don't tell them, they won't do it.
Please do. Tell a friend, share, those things. Please do. And take care.
Bye.